Mia moved through the city with an effortless grace. Her laughter echoed through the bustling streets. She was a vision in silk and sparkling lights, a queen of the urban jungle. People gravitated towards her, captivated by her dazzling smile and infectious energy. Mia thrived in the heart of it all. She loved the vibrant energy, the constant motion, the feeling that she was at the center of the universe. Her days were filled with glamorous parties and exclusive gatherings, her nights a whirlwind of dazzling lights and intoxicating music. She was young, she was beautiful, and the city was her playground.
But beneath the surface, a flicker of discontent danced in my eyes. The constant need to maintain my image, the pressure to always be the life of the party, it was beginning to wear on me. I yearned for something more, something real, something genuine. I just didn't know where to find it.
Far from the glittering ballrooms and exclusive clubs that Mia frequented, Sam toiled away in the quiet anonymity of his family's bakery. His hands, dusted with flour and smelling faintly of yeast, moved with a practiced ease as he kneaded dough and shaped loaves. He wasn't born into privilege like Mia. His life was a tapestry woven with hard work and humility. Sam was content. He found joy in the simple things, the warmth of the oven, the smell of freshly baked bread, the smiles on his customers' faces as they took a bite of his creations. He had dreams, of course, ambitions that stretched beyond the confines of the bakery walls, but he was grounded in the present, his heart filled with gratitude for the life he had.
I knew the world saw me as ordinary, unremarkable even. But I possessed an inner strength, a quiet determination that burned brighter than any spotlight. I knew the value of hard work, the importance of staying true to oneself, and I carried myself with a quiet dignity that commanded respect.
Their paths crossed at a charity gala, a whirlwind of champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Mia, resplendent in a shimmering gown, felt a pang of something unfamiliar as her gaze fell upon Sam. He was helping out at the event, a silent observer amidst the opulent chaos. He wasn't like the men who flocked around her, their eyes filled with fleeting admiration. There was a depth in his gaze, a sincerity that drew her in like a moth to a flame.
I told her about the bakery, my voice filled with quiet pride.
She listened, captivated by his genuine passion, so different from the superficial chatter that usually filled her ears.
As the evening wore on, I found myself stealing glances at Sam, drawn to his quiet strength amidst the superficiality. He was a breath of fresh air in a world that felt increasingly suffocating. For the first time, I felt a flicker of doubt about the life I had built, a longing for something more substantial than the fleeting validation I craved.
Mia's fascination with Sam didn't go unnoticed. Her friends, accustomed to her flitting from one glamorous affair to the next, were quick to voice their disapproval.
"He's not one of us,"
they'd whisper, their words laced with a disdain that made Mia's stomach clench. Their judgment stung, echoing the doubts that had taken root in her own mind. She knew logically that their opinions shouldn't matter, that her happiness was her own to define. But the whispers wormed their way into her thoughts, planting seeds of insecurity.
"The chasm between your worlds, once a source of intrigue, now looms large, Mia."
She was Mia, the untouchable beauty, the life of every party. He was Sam, the humble baker, content in his quiet corner of the city. Could two people from such different worlds ever truly find common ground? The doubts gnawed at Mia, fueling a growing sense of insecurity.
She threw herself into the social whirl, seeking solace in the familiar comfort of approval and admiration.
The parties grew wilder, the dresses more daring, her laughter louder, but the emptiness within her only deepened.
She surrounded herself with people who only saw the surface, who praised her beauty and envied her lifestyle, but remained oblivious to the turmoil brewing beneath.
The more she sought validation in their superficial affections, the further she drifted from her own true self.
The memory of Sam, of his genuine warmth and quiet strength, became a distant echo, a reminder of a path not taken.
She tried to convince herself that she'd made the right decision, that their worlds were simply too different. But a part of her knew, deep down, that she'd chosen the easy path, the path of least resistance. While Mia lost herself in the glittering labyrinth of high society, Sam continued to build his own path, brick by brick, dream by dream. He poured his heart and soul into the bakery, expanding their menu, experimenting with new flavors, his passion igniting a fire in his belly. Word of his culinary creations spread, drawing in customers from far and wide. The once humble bakery transformed into a bustling hub, a testament to Sam's hard work and dedication. He hired extra hands, invested in new equipment, his ambition fueled not by greed but by a desire to create something truly special.
Success sat well on Sam. It didn't change who he was at his core. It simply amplified his best qualities. His humility shone through in his interactions with his employees and his customers. His kindness was evident in the way he treated everyone with respect, regardless of their social standing. He was living proof that success wasn't about wealth or status, but about staying true to oneself and pursuing one's passions with unwavering determination.
Mia stumbled across an article about Sam's success by chance. The glossy pages of a society magazine suddenly feeling flimsy and insignificant in her hands. The words, filled with praise for his entrepreneurial spirit and culinary talent, painted a picture of a man she barely recognized. Gone was the humble baker, replaced by a confident businessman, his eyes shining with the quiet satisfaction of a life built on hard work and dedication.
He looked happy, genuinely happy. And for the first time, Mia felt a pang of regret, a bitter taste on her tongue as she realized the depth of her own misjudgment. She had allowed herself to be blinded by superficiality, by the whispers and judgments of those who valued appearances above all else. In her pursuit of acceptance and validation, she had pushed away the one person who had seen her, truly seen her, beneath the glittering facade.
The realization hit Mia with the force of a tidal wave, washing away the carefully constructed walls she had built around herself. The glittering world that had once held her captive now felt suffocating, its allure replaced by a profound sense of emptiness. She realized that true happiness wasn't found in fleeting admiration or material possessions. It was found in authenticity, in the courage to be vulnerable, in the quiet joy of connecting with another soul on a deeper level.
And she had let that slip through her fingers, blinded by her own insecurities and the shallow judgments of others. The path ahead was uncertain, but for the first time in a long time, Mia felt a glimmer of hope. She had made mistakes, allowed herself to be swayed by the opinions of others, but it wasn't too late to course correct. She had a choice to make: continue down the path of superficiality, or find the courage to embrace her truth, even if it meant facing rejection.
Finding Sam wasn't difficult. He was a celebrated figure in the city now, but approaching him was daunting. Outside his bakery, Mia took a deep breath.
He was surprised to see her. He listened as she apologized. He smiled and said, "It's never too late."
Their reconnection wasn't a fairy tale, it was a slow dance of rediscovering. They shared their dreams and vulnerabilities. They learned and grew together. They discovered a deep connection,